going on YouTube? Drama D here. Got another point and shoot video for you guys. Might be a little bit long one, but I got some major changes going to be coming soon. So I just wanted to share these changes with you real quick, or real long. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I had a 150-gallon cube that I broke down, and I decided to downsize to the lagoon tank because it was just less maintenance. I wanted to just not do SPS for a while. I just wanted to do a softy LPS tank, something that was a little bit more low maintenance, less water volumes. I got tired of doing 50-gallon water changes every couple weeks. Just wanted to downsize for a bit, so that's what I did. I set up the lagoon tank. The first tank came in broken. I set this second tank up after I received it. That ran for 24 hours. Then the whole back shattered. Broke that down, threw everything that was in the tank into a trash can for 2 months. Finally received the third tank intact, which is this tank. Set it up as strictly a ZOA tank. I never really had a full-on ZOA tank. I mean, there is a few leathers and LPS in there, and I did actually pick up, thanks to Danny, that's a Walt Disney Junior, and I think a Cherry Bomb maybe, and then the middle one just didn't make it. They were tester corals. Let me pause the video real quick, someone's outside. Alright, I apologize about that. But yeah, did some work, big work, big changes at my buddy's house, Danny. This is the house that had the 500-gallon system. That tank is up and running. He just put rock in there maybe 3 weeks ago, and I was just down there last weekend, and the tank was experiencing a bacterial bloom. But he's starting to get it under control. He did add fish to the tank, and we added 2 lowboy tanks for coral quarantine, and he's going to add an additional 2 more, but those have synergy overflows on them. A little bit off topic. I asked him if I could make a couple videos to create some content for my channel down there, and he said that when it's all somewhat got all the tanks going, kind of how he wants it going, that I can go ahead and film. But right now he's just not comfortable, or he doesn't like the way that things are, and he has some big changes going on himself with an addition of a huge frag system that he's actually picking up tomorrow. So I'll be down there tomorrow. Maybe I can shoot some video of us unloading the new frag system just for you guys to see. But that's a little bit off topic. Like I said, it's going to be a ramble. Big changes coming. So he did hook me up with these frags, 3 frags, plus he gave me a couple Zoas. I think he gave me another blue rhino thinking I didn't have it. And then also, I think the Yoda Zoa, not the Pally. The Yoda Zoa, not the Pally. So anyways, this tank has a little bit of aptasia in there. When I added the frag system over here, my nutrients were fairly low, and I feel like adding this extra water volume. For the first 2 days, the frag tank looked, it was clean. It was brand new. There was no algae. Boom. 3rd day, dinos. My nutrients bottomed out. My phosphate only got to 0.02, but my nitrates hit 0. So I started doing the Dr. Tim's method, the refresh, waste away, hydrogen peroxide 30 minutes every day after lights out. I did the full 6 treatments of the refresh, and I am on, today will be the 5th treatment of the waste away. So I dose every other day, start at a half dose, ramp up to full dosage, and the tank still has a little bit of dinos, but it is 90% better than what it was. I'm happy that this thing is finally starting to beat the battle. I did turn the skimmer off. the skimmer's been off since my last video, which is, I don't know, about 2 weeks, week and a half. So I am going to be running the skimmer, but only at night, once the nitrates come up above 20. So I haven't done any water changes on the tank. I do have a bucket over there. I'm going to do a water change on the CV40, but unfortunately some of the big changes that are going to happen in, I don't know, I need some sponsors, because the changes that are coming are going to cost me quite a bit of money. So if anybody out there wants to send me about 50 pounds of either dry rock or live rock, preferably shelf type pieces, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to go bankrupt with the new changes, but I need about 50 pounds, and this tank and the frag tank, even though the frag tank is just set up, will be coming down. Pretty much all the livestock from in here and the frag system is going to get stuffed into the CV40. So let's look at the CV40 real quick. I did put in, it's Godzilla just waking up. So the CV40 is currently going through the ugly stages. The lights have been on since February 1st. Yesterday evening I added this Gorgonian because he kept falling down in the lagoon tank, and the sand bed is not deep enough, and I didn't want to mount him to the rock. I did want to incorporate a bunch of the Gorgonians from the lagoon tank into this tank, but seeing as the lagoon 25 gallon is going to be coming down and the frag tank, rather than try to get all the pieces off the rock and put them onto this rock, I'm just going to take this rock out, put it in a brute trash can with a heater and a pump, let it to continue cycling, take the rock out of the lagoon tank, all this rock, put it in the CV40. This way all I have to do is, I'm going to drain the CV40 water volume to about, I don't know, a third of the water. I'm going to drain 2/3 of it out, top that water off with this water, put all this rock and corals in the CV40, as well as all these frags. I might just post all these frags up, like $5 each or something, and break this down. So I'm going to probably keep the frag tank, but I'm going to be selling the lagoon tank. As far as the equipment on the lagoon tank, that's going to be incorporated hopefully onto the big change that's coming, and we'll share that with you in a minute here. The Apex system will be staying, the Nero 5 will be staying, the two Varios 2s will be staying. I'm either going to sell the light as well as the Orphix and the Max Spec light in order to finance, or not finance, in order to purchase either a new light, or like I said, if there's any sponsors out there. I know people talk about they hate getting stuff for free, everybody looking for a free handout. The cost to do what I want to do is not cheap. So I was looking for another word, but you know, if I had some help from some people, send me some rock, send me some lights, I'll do videos, reviews, whatever you need. Not looking for a free handout, but I ain't gonna turn the free handout down. I know, like, people that get free stuff, they feel like they're obligated or they owe that company something. Hey, I'm more than happy to do a review if it grows corals. If it's a great product, I'll be more than happy to do stuff. But if any viewers out there, subscribers, want to help me out, it's just, I think for the amount of rock I want, it's about $300. Is that a lot of money in this hobby? Not even close. You spend more on a frag, a 1-inch frag, but to me, 300 bucks is a lot of money. I have a mortgage payment, I have utility bills, I have a car payment, I have 3 boys, wife, you know, it can be fairly expensive. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna pause the video. You're not gonna notice, but I need to switch buckets. I'm making some RODI right now, so. My little RODI system right here. What do you know? Some pure ammonia. I was going to pause the video, but I was like, you know what? You guys tie that with me. So, right now I am making auto top-off water. Please excuse my messy laundry room. Well, that didn't work. I tried to pause the video because I had to reset my timer. And unfortunately, it ended the video, so I'll have to splice this video with the last. So if you're still here, I appreciate you guys watching. Please stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss what I'm going to show you within hopefully the next 5 minutes of my rambling. So forgot where I was at. Lighting. I'm going to need some lighting. I'm going to need some rock. Anybody want to help me out there? That'd be amazing. Awesome. If not, I guess I'm just gonna have to just save my ducats, and once I have enough, buy 1 piece at a time like I always do, and then once I have all the pieces to the puzzle, then I'll put it together. But this tank, over the next few weeks, I need to make a plan on how to take it down, transfer it. Just overnight thinking, I'm gonna take the rock out of the CV40, put it in a brute trash can, take the rock out of the lagoon, place it in this tank. I'll probably have to put these lights under acclimation mode too, because this is 3 primes versus 1 Kessel 360X. This is a little bit different spectrum where the Kessels are a little bit more purplish. These ramp up kind of more whiter during the middle of the day, and then at night it's more of a teal color, not purple. But gonna take that rock out, put it in a brute trash can, take this rock out, transfer everything. I think it'll be easier. There is some Aptasia in here, there is some bubble algae, just a few sprigs. I ran out of Aptasia X. I've been going in here once every 2-3 weeks, zapping all the ones I have. And my buddy just beat out bubble algae pretty bad, and before this gets too bad, I want to treat it with Vibrant. So I've never used Vibrant before. I really don't like the snake oils and miracles in a bottle, but from the last, I don't know, 25-30 reefers I've talked to about it, they said it does what it says it does. So I'm gonna give it a shot to see if it'll kill out the bubble algae. I do still have a few of the branching hydroids in here. Starving them out did actually help quite a bit. I'd say I had about 50% of them die off. Now I do want to kill the rest, so I'm curious if the Vibrant will knock those out as well. So what's the big change that's coming? So the big change that's coming is the lagoon. It's going to be broken down. I'm going to keep most of the equipment, probably sell the tank and the stand and maybe the sump. The frag tank, I would like to sell it, but I think I might just hold on to it and keep it for the big change. This way I have like an overflow for what the plans I have. So as far as the lighting and the canopy, I might just keep those as well and use it for the frag system. I still do need to get timers for the Orphic lights. I turn them on manually every day and it's not really consistent. I've actually had them off for the last week and a half just to not help feed the dinos. Today I turned them back on before the video. I don't know, but I did not clean the tank. As you've seen in the CV40, it's got a little diatom bloom. But that's typical of a new tank. So hopefully by taking this rock out adding the other lagoon rock. It's nice cycled rock, a little bit more than this, more established. Hopefully by taking this rock out and adding that rock in, doing 2/3 water change, replacing it with 2/3 of that water, I won't have any issues coral wise. I am going to be doing a water change on this with the Tropic Marin today. That way the water, keep in mind this was natural seawater when it was first set up. I have done a 5-gallon water change with the Tropic Marin. Today I'm going to do a 2.5-gallon water change on here with some that I have mixing in a bucket from last week or the week before. And then give it like a week to get a game plan going. Then I'm going to start breaking the lagoon down, set it into here. How many times am I going to repeat myself? On to what's the big freaking change. So the big freaking change is this tank is going to go where the lagoon tank is. Space is limited, but I need this space right here for a huge change. Are you still here? Are you still watching? Okay, well, let's just break it down. Local forum, tank comes up for sale. Brand new, never seen water. Life happens with the owner. He just doesn't have time to set it up, to deal with it, to care for it as much as he wants. He posted up. The tank itself is fairly expensive, brand new. He put it up for 50% of the asking price. He started getting offers, low ballers. He's turning people down. I made him an offer, he turned me down. Really been thinking about the tank. Decided that I would up my offer a little bit, and he graciously accepted. So without further ado, big changes that are coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! That just happened. Let me take the lens off. So what you're looking at here is a SCA aquarium. It's only a 93-gallon tank, but the dimensions are outstanding. Please excuse me, I didn't want to leave it outside. I had to bring it in. You see I got freaking tanks everywhere. I told my chick I need a fish room. She said not till one of the boys leave. Ha ha ha. Laugh out loud. Anyways, so the tank, it's an SCA tank. It's brand new, never seen water. It has beautiful seams. It is rimless. It is not Euro braced on top or the bottom. However, I believe that's 5/8 thick glass. I looked at all the seams. There's only one seam that kind of concerns me, but pictures were sent to the company and they said it's fine. The inner seam looks legit. I think it's like right here. There's a little flake on the inner seal, but it doesn't appear to be going all the way through. It's just like the outer, like they trimmed the seam, the excess silicone. But this is drilled for the shadow overflow by Synergy Reefs. There's the 2 holes for that, and then it's got dual 1-inch returns, one on each side, rimless. It does have a starboard bottom, and it is on a steel stand that has been powder coated white. It's got plywood on top of the steel stand on the bottom, which has been sealed with about 5 coats. I think the first few coats were like a mold type of, I forget the name of, kilts, and then an enamel was put on top. So it also has a plywood top and is underneath the tank, which had the same paint treatment process. The overall height of the stand is 40 inches. Tank dimensions, it is 4 feet from left to right. It is 28 inches front to back, and it is 16 inches tall for an overall height of 56 inches, which is incorrect because it is sitting on 3/4 inch plywood, so it is 56 and 3/4 inch tall. Lagoon style, shadow overflow, plans. Take out the lagoon tank, put it in the CB40. Take this tank, put it where Diego, or Godzilla as I like to call him, is. You'll have these similar looking rimless tanks next to each other. You can have Mama and Papa, Mama, or whatever you want to call it. Big Daddy, Little Daddy. Still fairly small aquarium, but the dimensions of this aquarium, it's fairly deep. It's not quite 30 inches, it's 28 inches. It's only 16 inches tall, 4 feet wide. I was saying I wanted to get a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. This is 4 foot by 28 by 16. Very similar in size, 93 total gallons. Do I use the sump that's on the lagoon? I think it's a little bit small. I think I'm gonna hit up my buddy if he wants to sell me one of his sumps. He has a couple brand new ones. I'm gonna have to pay for it, obviously. I ain't gonna get a discount because they're brand new, but thinking about going a different sump. The guy that had this system had a Geo sump, but he's choosing to keep it for a future build. And he had a super badass rockscape going, but he's going to keep that as well. This way he doesn't have to purchase more rock in the future when he decides to revamp his system. So, huge changes. The lagoon's going to be coming down. The frag tank's going to be coming down. So as far as me talking about keeping the frag tank, I was thinking maybe I can put that frag tank underneath here inside the stand, excuse my lunchbox, and use it as I could plumb it into the system somehow and just have it as a frag overflow or something, or I put the frags in there first before they go on here. It's just going to be a lagoon style. I don't have any rock. If anybody wants to help me out with some rock. I don't have any lighting ideas. I do have an idea for lighting, but as far as cost, I think, I don't know, the Gen 5 Radeons, or really I wasn't even thinking that to begin with. I was thinking the Orphic Atlantic V4s, maybe 2 of them over the top of this, or some T5s, but really I kind of don't want to do the T5 thing because I have to mess with the bulbs and then the heat. But my mind is spinning right now. But this is Starfire glass on 3 sides. The back isn't, I don't believe. Steel sand, powder coated, woods coated, Synergy overflow. I'm going to put a sump on there. As far as the returns, I was thinking dual pump return. On the lagoon tank, I have 2 Varios 2 pumps, so I figured I could run 1 Varios for each return. If one fails, I'll have a backup. I also have a Varios 4. Is that enough power for this tank? Unsure. As far as power heads, I was thinking I have 1 Nero 5 here, I have 1 Nero 5 here. I'm going to keep the Nero 5 on there, but I was thinking about taking that one, put it on here, maybe get 2 or 3 more Nero 5s, maybe just a second one. I have them on the back wall for now. I like how they're low profile. I would like to put some MP40s on here, but the price, I just sold 4 MP40s like when I broke down my 150 gallon cube, so I would like to do MP40s you know, even an MP10, maybe 2 MP40s and an MP10. But I mean, it costs money, so let me know what you guys think I should do. What kind of power heads, gyres? Maybe I'll do some gyres. I know they've changed and come around. I just don't like all the parts and the gyres and the bearings that you have to replace and just the cleaning. I feel like an MP40 or Narrow 5 is way more simpler to clean. Let me know what you guys think, but my initial thoughts were 2 Atlantic V4s, some anywhere from 2 to 4 Narrow 5s on the back wall, have a couple up high, a couple down low, go bare bottom. I know it's going to take a little bit more time, a little bit more patience, but that was my thinking. Get a new sump, maybe do a fuge, but I kind of don't want to do a fuge just because I don't want to deal with the fuge and the lighting and all that. But maybe I'll do a algae reactor or something. And then as far as the returns, have dual return pumps. I have 2 Barrios 2s. Is it enough flow? I'm not positive. I need to look. I do have them on the Lagoon, and they are turned down to 3 and 1. 1 for the frag tank, which is way too much flow, and 3 on the Lagoon, which is also feeding a manifold. So I'm thinking it might be enough flow. The head height is only 4 feet max, so Barrios 2 return pumps. I need to figure out some type of heater with controller. Give me your ideas. I'm not looking to copy anyone or take your idea and run with it. I'm just telling you my ideas. 2 Atlantic V4s, 2 to 4 Narrow 5s on the back wall, maybe 1 on the side, on each side down low. Return pumps, have dual returns. Shadow overflow, new sump. I need to come up with the heater and controller. What do you guys recommend? Thinking like maybe 2 300 watt controllable heaters. I have a chiller for the summertime. ATO is probably going to be a Tunzi 3155. I'll probably have a couple reactors on the side for GFO or carbon. As far as the sump, I'm kind of leaning towards going sockless and maybe just getting cups with filter floss. And then a skimmer. I need to source out a skimmer. My buddy's got like 15 skimmers. Maybe I can go down there and choose an appropriate size one, not too big, and pick one up off him. And what am I missing here? Lights, ATO, return, sump, heater. Oh yeah, then the Apex will be controlling this tank. And then maybe I can get a PM1 and throw some temperature and all that stuff onto the CB40 once it's placed next to it. So I will be using Tropic Marin Pro in this tank. So Tropic Marin, if you want to hook me up with some buckets of salt, that'd be awesome too. Other than that, I think that's it for the update. I think I'm probably about 30 minutes in. If you're still here, I appreciate you guys watching. Just wanted to share with you guys. Dinos are finally clearing up in the frag system. The Lagoon tank and the frag system will be getting broken down. I need to come up with a game plan the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how long it takes me to source a sump, power heads, heaters, lighting. Is going to determine how fast this build is set up. So these tanks could actually be sitting here for another year. I typically buy one piece of equipment, put it in the tank, let it sit there, get dust all over it, buy another piece of equipment, put it in the tank, until I have all the pieces, then I set it up. Unfortunately, I don't think the wife's going to be too happy that I got this giant tank in here. I got tanks in every corner of the house. Hopefully, I can get this set up sooner than later and do the system some justice. Big shout out to CMD Mike. Appreciate the tank. I apologize that you had to let it go. I know it's your baby. Try to do it justice. Thank you again. Local reefers, you guys want to see it in person, hit me up. Check out the local forum. I'm going to be posting up a bunch of pay it forward stuff, I think I'm gonna do a $5 tank sale. I got a whole shed full of tanks and I just cleared out. $5 each, $10 each. Let someone do them justice. So stay tuned. Big changes are coming. Hopefully sooner than later. Appreciate everybody watching. Anybody you want to hook me up, you know, help me out a little bit here with some rock or some lighting or anything. I'm not looking for a free handout. I'm just asking someone has some stuff they're laying around that they think I can use. They want to help me out. I'd more than be happy to accept it, appreciate it. You can hit me up at dramad1@ymail.com if you want to message me. I don't have an Instagram or a Facebook, so I think my email is in the description of the video. Send me a message, maybe attention, fish tank, blah blah blah. Help me out, appreciate it. If not, no worries. Anybody out there thinking I'm on here looking for free shit, that's not the case. I'm just asking, telling you guys, keeping it real. The shit is expensive, it costs money. Should I be in this hobby? Probably not. Can I afford this hobby? Probably not. But I'm in this hobby, I enjoy it. Somehow we find a way, we make it work. And anyways, rambling again. Thanks everybody for being here. Stay tuned for some big changes hopefully in the future. And I appreciate everybody's time. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. Great work week. Happy Valentine's Day. Belated. And hope everybody has a good one. Keep making that content, and we'll catch you on the next big one. Thanks for watching. If you haven't hit that like button, please do that now if you're still here. Subscribe. Share this video. I'd appreciate it. Once again, you can email me if you guys want to hook me up. That'd be so awesome. But right now, it might take me a little bit of time to source it out. Money's always a little tight around here, but somehow, some way, we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna bring you guys along with us. So once again, thanks everybody so much. Appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Peace out.